Winner of that, the loser of this series. We have 3 series. Winners today, lower bracket, and then a decider on the 3rd day to decide 2 final slots to World. Top Esports or IG, we're going to get a contest around this? I presume so. Dragon wasn't taken, worth noting. It was, of course, looked at briefly earlier. This could be our first important real objective set with the game. Pantheon going mid.
Looking at Rookie, there'll be a flash available. Gets on top of him. Shockwave after Rookie gets to do nothing.
Instant pop onto Rookie. Didn't want to flash out.
The correct term. No one's ever heard anything else.
Yeah, gas lamping is the correct term. Dragon's gonna go over to IG.
5 runs are pretty ridiculous, but here comes that Dragon. And musing about historical moments, may have to wait for the moment.
Actually want to contest this. They're walking around here as though they do. Here comes the fight.
Oh, yes, they do. Shockwave onto the Shy. He is so dead. Top Esports looking calm and collected as they pick up a fight, and the Dragon after.
Top Esports get the quick pick. It uses a couple of ultimates, but they've been the ones pulling the trigger. And IG, we were saying, while their early game can be a bit lax, their late game objective play better. But the early game, Top Esports
turret. Tries to get a decent route onto Jackie. He's going to have to give up a fair amount of these minions, and possibly the whole turret, in fact, with all of those grubs behind them. It's done.
2 grubs help them take it. Plasma there onto Gala too. A little bit of a worry after it. Top Esports only need the 1 more killer objective to get the full feats of strength. IG, they are just kind of waiting, really, to see if they can start controlling the map in a bit more of a safe way. 369 going on to Rookie, pulls him into the river.
Does, but of course, Mako was around ground. Starfall, Jackie, Killer Instinct. Great angle. The exhaust comes through, but too little, too late. And now Mako will die at the hands of his former duo.
That's the global combo, the point and click coming through, especially without the Conqueror build. Cream on the other side getting completely free time with this turret. Top Esports diving bot side, controlling.
Take 2 to tango, though, and I have no doubt that IG in this series, perhaps not in this game, will have a few more things to say. But speaking of, Jackie Love now potentially in danger, does have the flash, will burn it, trying to get the Rune Prison, gets it, TP behind, Kanavi jumping with a shield vault, Mako will headbutt that away. Golden's got the ability to turn on the ult as Hung goes looking for the pop blossom, just landed onto Mako. The Featherstorm comes flying on forward. Grand Starfall onto Gala, who's burned his ult, will cleanse by some time. But my days, Kanavi so damn tanky and just gets rid of the bot lane with the assistance of his top laner. Way now flashing, but Top Esports continue as a juggernaut to allow Jackie Love to get another kill.
Jackie Love flies in. And Top Esports once again pulled the trigger better. The Shy doesn't teleport in, and IG are down a member for the fight. They don't get that equalizer, and now the Shy has to equalize defensively and dies anyway.
Oh dear. Well, they went looking for Jackie Love, and Top Esports were just significantly fast.
We'll have to see how good their objective gameplay is today. We've talked big about it earlier, but on the day, it might be a little different. Top Esports taking the Dragon on the bot side right now, not bothering the Atakan, and they can fly up to the top side, of course, with the Kai'Sa ultimate. 369 doesn't have himself teleport though. He could have potentially started there and said, look, Sante will be slow to this play, choosing not to. Herald into top lane to take a chunk out of that.
Can't get the turret or the bounty associated with it quite yet. Waited just aggro Atakan, trying to force some rotations here from Top Esports. The Shy still has TP, is catching the wave in mid. Atakan's just been started.
I don't like them tanking this at all. There are so many ways for Top Esports to force onto it. Knavi could just pull the ultimate, open up another angle of attack. The Shy is teleporting in. IG want this. They are flipping.
Wade's got to keep his verdict. Tries to knock away 1. That helps. Hung with the rocket bell. Pop Blossom though. Gala feather storming. They do kill off the Nico. Kanavi trying to get on top of that as Poppy secures the Atakan. Gala alive. Rune Prison on Kanavi. And actually they get away with 1 kill and the Atakan.
Over to the side of IG. We have seen worse Atakans from leading teams.
Cream now going to find Mako with the command attack and dissonance. He's gone for the double burn build and does get a shockwave into the ult from Jackie Love, and the cow is down.
Mako doesn't.
Yeah, the Shy very quiet on this rumble, really, in the grand scheme of things. Not something we ever really say about him on this champion.
Drop the equalizer this time, realizes, look, the tower's going to die anyway. I want the equalizer for the next fight. Could happen at any moment. You know, like the blah 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 place names, blah 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 names, things, stuff like that.
So you ignored me, didn't you?
No, I just glossed over a lot of the details, because otherwise I would have said. Dragon does go for Stop East, was no surprise there. Hang on, Hung caught out, teleport coming into mid lane, as is Kanavi's ult.
And there's the Grand Stomp on the back end of it. They can try and juggle to Hung, should get a hold of that. There comes that Feather Storm as well. Into the back line though goes Jackie, keep his verdict away. 1 for 1 as it stands. Rookie now in danger. Slowed down, trying to run warp out. Good pulverize, and Rookie escapes with the run warp. Mako though desperately low. The slow, the flash to confirm, and Mako dies 2 for 1. They lose Hung, but they get the bot lane.
Gala jumped onto again. This Xayah is really struggling to get good value down in these team fights, because even when they ult to buy some time, Jaculov can fly in after. IG, they're going to have to give up the Baron. That is a huge win for Top Esports. Even with IG getting themselves, you know, this mid lane turret, Top Esports getting more control, the big objectives in this game.
Baron goes down, and actually, I do apologize. Hung survived that as well. It was the clone I saw die.
We've only seen one
by Cream, who's continued to throw some, I'm assuming some like wrenches. I don't actually know what Cream throws as Orianna gears.
It's the Hextech triangle.
Yeah, the Hextech of course. Sorry, I was
yeah, he just throws alternators at you.
As opposed to the Chemtech rhombus.
You could have gone square.
I did, but I went for rhombus. It's a more interesting shape.
That's great. So Realm Walk behind them. This is their engage.
Double pulverize onto Jackie, who's going to flash away. Moko going to get on top of it. Headbutts it back towards the team. Jackie's going down. Big pickup. That's a lot of the gold down. What about the rest of the fight commencing, though, is 369 being jumped on by Wei, who had the steadfast presence preventing 369 from escaping until just now. Flashes over the wall he was shunted into.
Very creative. Realm Walk gets the Alistair into the backline and finds IG their first actual engage of the game, really. They get onto Jaculov, and it does mean that the Baron will be blunted just a little. It won't be stopped, though. Doesn't have a flash. He actually might be in trouble here.
Yeah, I would say there's like the entirety of Top Esports here. I think he needs to leave. Gala's over the wall. I think Wei's just dead.
How does he leave?
Yeah, and then the Shy's going to get jumped on the bot side instead, so they turn their eyes while Wei is distracted by 369 onto the Shy, who does now manage to escape as Wei at least, but the Shy dying and Top Esports right the ship.
Do, and with the two grubs, the Redemption trying to do some damage there. Mako not able to really do that much. IG just watches their base falls apart. They had that one engage, could only pick off one though, and they used a lot of ultimates to do it. Shockwave forcing the ultimate out of Xayah. It's the reason why I like the Orianna into the Xayah, really. Trading ult for ult feels so much better for Soul. IG, well, I don't know. This is probably where you start calling up your pallbearer and saying, all right, bring the coffin here. We'll
bury us in the bot lane cemetery.
We want away there now too. You can see Top Esports just encroaching out so much vision. Top Esports are so good at this within the LPL. We don't have many teams which play this kind of vision control, but they're damn good at it at Top Esports.
We're down chat as well as Hong with the 4-man Pop Blossom. Shockwave onto Gala. Top Esports make it look easy. Style galore as they ease through the remaining health bars. Rookie survives, but I just don't know for how long. Kanavi with a GA will flash and shield vault. Gets a command protect and some dissonance to keep him running. Stacking up some more mortal will, and Rookie, he is all too mortal to the onslaught that Top Esports bring. Game 1 is a devastation in favor of the blue side squad.
Kanavi flashes up the JDG icon for his old team as they fell Invictus Gaming in Game 1. That was...
We can get pretty damn good fun.
Well, folks, we have not seen the Shy's Camille for a long time. I'm not exactly sure when the last time it was. I gotta go check it
and
out.
Draven. Oh, hang on, Wei just flashed.
He wants to get past the vision. They know the ward is there. If he can get in behind Cream now, Rookie needs to get some CC down. If he gets it with this level 3, could be a big problem for Cream.
Could well be. There's a stun down. That actually makes things quite interesting. Cream no longer with the safety. Wei is playing a lot of time to do this. Flash, taunt coming on through just shy. No, it's on target. Cream with the shields, but it's not enough, and Wei gets the kill on sub 10 HP.
For the Camille, feels like the short trades always go in their favor. But if you're winning this early, questions. Team's playing it. Kanavi going bot side now. They do have flashes. No combat summoners though. The heal and the barrier already down. This looks like a dangerous dive.
At level 2, good spell shield buys some time. Stun onto Jackula prevents too much easy damage. Hung now in danger. Jackie forced to flash. They do get the kill, but it's a 1-for-1.
1-for-1, and I'm not gonna lie, there's not that much left of a wave down here.
That's not banana bush and pick up that control ward. Cream needs to be a little bit careful here, actually. He's got a stun at level 6, and he just walks into it looking for the ward, and he's used his stun, he's used his bear. Unfortunately, it's a support bear. It's not an actual attack one, and Wei will pick up another kill in mid.
That's a Care Bear, not a Grizzly one.
Be hard to keep your distance from the Shins out for the entirety of a fight, especially if you start stacking up 3 Talon Strikes and landing Wind Becomes Lightnings and all those kinds of things. Very frustrating. I'll also note the Shy has just
will help with that a little bit. Charlotte pushing in the bot side. Ooh, jungle support walking towards them. Hung does have both summoners.
Vicious charge forward, did miss the win, becomes lightning. Out comes the focus resolve. Pressing guard down, Kanavi exhausted, Cyclone in, but here's the hero's entrance. Kanavi now in danger, does get knocked up, but Cream's come on in. Flash for the stun onto the escaping Rakan, then dies. Way now in danger. Flash from Kanavi with a Nimbus strike as well. Claims another. IG go too deep, and Top Esports respond really well.
2 kills right now. Kanavi not going to be able to get anything more than that, but yes, 2 deep from IG, even with the Galio ult trying to bail them out. Kanavi and Hung get the better part of that. Now Top Esports find themselves their opening. Jakilov stopping a recall there. Do they think they can dive Rookie on this kind of HP now? There's no teleports. I think they can dive the Galio.
They're certainly thinking about it. Rookie's going to need a monster taunt. Flashes. Good chunk onto Hung, who needs to shield and get away. Gets at least one back, does Rookie. Jakilov will at least help claim the other, but it is Kanavi who picks it up 1 for 1. Could be worse there, I fear, for Rookie.
Really well played from Rookie. Manages to punish Hung as he takes up tower aggro. Uses the flash to do so. Manages to get something for his trouble. Dragon started by Top Esports. There won't be a contest around this, so Top Esports will stick in lane, getting more farm. The more farm that Camille gets access to, the better it is for IG.
Herald comes on in. Shy chunked a little bit there, but certainly not going to stop from sticking around. The turret goes down. The Shy is backing on a good time and knows he'll be in range for local gold and gets to go back. 369 will pick up a response turret on the bot side. Of course, IG did get the turret first. And the feed.
That Black Cleaver, of course, very good at buffing up his team. But I wonder whether the Shy will do that instead.
He's going to get jumped on here by 369, who is getting pretty scary here. Public execution, Cream behind him. Flash for the stun, will get it onto Rookie. Flashes in turn. Still likely going to die here. Nice combo from Top Esports.
Rookie.
Spot is Wukong.
Galio teleporting back in. He has himself that ultimate. Is the Shy strong enough to properly fight now? We might see our proper first 5v5 of the game. Top Esports trying to get some poke in with the Ezreal. IG do have the Camille Galio, though.
They certainly go looking for it. Can't find the angle they're looking for as Hung flashes away. That's the quickness down and the on the hunt.
The Shy also flashed too. Ult's in now.
Going looking for something. Here's the hero's entrance. Kanavi's trapped inside the Cyclone. It's the clone that takes most of the damage, though, and they end up losing the Camille. IG, that is a poor fight as 369 continues to hop forwards. We've been talking about his later boatman all game long, but 369 is the one that come away with a much better team fight and keep hopping for more. Gala now in danger, gets stunned under the turret, and Jackie picks up the Sivir.
Clean disengage from Top Esports. The Shy tries to E-flash Jakilov, but misses it as Jakilov E's out to dodge the stun. It means that the Shy was left in enemy territory. Wei had failed disengage too alongside Mako, so both Wei, Mako, and the Shy all failed to hit their mark, and Top Esports turn it around on them. They'll get mid lane out of turret, they'll get themselves the Dragon. Huge swing in our second place team from playoffs favor. Now, they'll notice that half HP. Do they want to commit to the fight? Cream checking the Shy right now, interestingly. The Shy needs to be careful on the flank. If he gets caught, big part of their comp goes with it.
Cream still off vision. They just can't see a damn thing. The Shy's getting jumped on. He is so dead. Public execution afterwards. Will Hex take ultimatum and look to try and escape him? Misses the hook shot and dies.
They don't use the Galio ult, but they're going toward the Atakan instead. They say, all right, we'll give up the Camille. We want the Dragon.
Flashing on in. They do take off that Atakan, but they'll lose another member. And they've still got a minute and a half until Mountain's coming as Rookie and Gala now trying to speed their way to safety. Cream's speeding himself up, looking to get on top of someone like Gala. Won't be able to do it. They lose an extra 2 members, but they get the Atakan, I guess.
IG could have used the Galio ult to help out the Camille. They chose not to and take the Atakan instead, but Top Esports were willing and ready to take the fight. They lose the Atakan, but they'll take the inner turret after the play as well. Top Esports, their objective play comes to the forefront again. They choked out the vision, bought out the Camille, and used that to roll into a winning play despite gone for the defensive item second, which we agreed with at the time, but now it just feels like, well, it's not going to help you die any less quickly. You don't have the damage to carry the fight. Great damage onto Mako!
Oh, goodbye. No one can face check, and the catch from Top Esports is deadly. 4v5, IG must contest the Dragon.
They're going to have to. It has to be a steal. Wei has a flash, has his ultimate. Can he make his way on to the Dragon, though?
Try and find his way in. Best he can. 369, though, buying a lot of time. As always, go in. Cream goes down. They do kill off the jungler, though. Public execution on the backside as the Shy tries the best. They do kill off the Ezreal, but the problem is the Dragon still goes the way of Top Esports, and now shields everywhere. And despite a slightly awkward fight, it is Top Esports.
Despite the heroics, Top Esports is in a crushing lead.
Baron buff will be Top Esports after it all. G, yeah, finally winning a fight or two, sort of, at least going even. It's just come a little too little, a little too late here. Now, with the Mountain Soul on top of everything else, we'll slide onto these turrets. Hook shot. Jackie does get to Arcane before now. The Shy has earned that hook shot. Flash forward from Hung to try and get the renewal. In comes that Hextech ultimatum. They'll try and buy some time, but the public execution onto Gala on the backside means that it's just two members of Invictus Gaming dying. Way throws down the Crescent Guard, but it is swiftly broken into fractals. That shape ain't making any geometric sense.
Top Esports are so good as an organized unit. Yes, this team got they got just slimly outdone in those finals. But remember, folks, they went 5 games for it. Right here in the regionals, you might feel hard. They've been hard done by. But Top Esports have turned up today with not a single break in their step. They'll take an early series point here against IG.
In they come with Baron minions behind them. The legions amass at Invictus Gaming's gates. And the last fortress in the center collapses under the weight of their power. Jackie, Arcane shifts forward to pick up his first look in the game there. They'll pick up the Nexus as well. They make it look, I won't necessarily say easy, but
skills a lot faster because Rek'Sai R and Vi R and Aurora R and Ziggs R, they all come colliding together at once and the Lucian just dies.
Rhea might be Fury.
Yeah.
Dragon's going to get taken by Top Esports most likely. I mean, where is Way? Could go for the steal, doesn't get in time.
Satchel was decent. Way now going to get jumped on with a call of attack and the Hun's pursuit. Way going to flash over the wall. Hung now in danger. He gets caught in the back of the pit and goes down. Void Assault potentially available as they go in with the cease and desist, and a bomb comes on through. Picks off the Neferi. They will lose the Aurora, who got stunned up in place. Makes that the 1 for 2 right now in favor of IG. 369 potentially in a dangerous spot. Worth noting, by the way, the Shy still shoved.
20 CS discrepancies happening in either solo lane, but Shy, speaking of, actually...
Speaking of mechanical misplays, that was a bit unfortunate. Mid lane, going to jump onto Gala, who flashes away. The Hound's Pursuit comes on through the redemption for additional damage even, and they blow up the Ziggs.
Gala just...
Yeah, a couple grubs on top of the Rek'Sai with the Titanic Hydra shove. This Rek'Sai is a split push win condition. They tried it last game with the Camille and never actually got to play around the side lane and never really managed to pull off the Camille Galio combo. Because actually, the Shy really struggled to find a hook shot. Is he on as it goes? Gala's now potentially in danger. Pusher comes on down. Gala about to be jumped on himself. Eviscerate forwards. Good Satchel to interrupt the attempted engages. Cream is left in a 1v2. Flashes out. Solar Flare. Void Assault. And they manage to pick off the Victor. Under the turret goes Kanavi, but now he's split off. And Gala survived the engage. Mako survives the hill for a second or two longer, but Jackie Love, with the Vigilance passive, manages to pick up one. The Shy trapped in a 1v3. Buying some time, but where does he go? Decimating smash. Kanavi should be able to eviscerate over the wall and keep himself safe. And Top Esports managed to pick up 2.
Top Esports winning out on the extended engagement again. Gala picked off, not picked off, but
forced out of the
kind
play,
of forced out of the play early. Does a good job to survive versus Kanavi.
And it's really, really well.
Again, there's something who maybe kind of does. Maybe a set might, but then they tend to go Overlord's Bloodmail third to really get
if they're
the
going
HP
to do
scaling.
that, yeah, if they're going to build something like that, that'll be the way. The Shy takes down another round to turret.
With the Tremor Sense to spot out Top Esports.
Smite fight in the pit. How much is this going to lead to? Kanavi jumps out. Can he get in time?
Hound's Pursuit available can make this one interesting. Well secured by Way. Smites it well. Mako caught in the Chaos Storm, though. Make that the Hextech Storm as he tries to get himself in a bit of danger. Mako going low, not quite down. Good between worlds. Void Assault to the backside on top of 369. Glacial Fission comes across. It's a 1-for-1 right now. Mako trading out with Kanavi. Way gets across the wall. Gala and Rookie backing away. They've already lost the Shy, though. Jackie flashing forwards. Vigilance passive. And a decimating smash brings down the Bunny.
Oh, that was just...
Back of a 5-game finals where they realistically could have been Grand Finals champions. They realistically could have been there. IG, they're not too far behind in terms of gold. Cream does have a teleport. You might look to take down this top turret and then teleport in. IG, they're choosing their battleground around the Atakan, trying their luck again.
They are. We'll go again. The gold still within touching distance, 1,000 so towards Top Esports. Remember, Jackie blew his flash in that last play. That might make things a bit trickier for that very fed Lucian to get value.
Here comes the Victor. Low health on the Atakan. Are we smite fighting?
Pull the pack down. 369 goes jumping, gets hit on the wall. The Culling comes on down. Flash away from Mako. But it means the Atakan in possession of Top Esports in terms of control. The Shy! The Shy on the backside. Jumps on the Jackie Love. They take the Atakan as well. Blown up the Lucian. Wonderful play from Invictus Gaming right now. Kanavi trying to heal up the backside. Goals the pack, but unfortunately it's only to his own funeral. Stun up another. They'll try and keep down the Hung, and he dies as well. 369 is a bit of a menace as Gala trapped under this turret, throws down his satchel, gets on the other side of the turret. The weirding comes on through. Bombs get thrown out.
You gotta be careful around that Rex side. The tunnel showing up quite late visually, and both solo laners this time get onto the Lucian.
Part of it as well as just off the bottom of the screen wasn't shown by the observers. Rookie was threatening Jackie Love. He couldn't walk down the lane or away from the wall because Jackie was threatening with flash, with ult, with weirding.
So can top esports get themselves the front to back they need rather than making it about the Aurora, Rek'Sai opening up other angles of attack.
And the Aurora's now got 2 items, Spellslinger's Shoes, alongside the Bloodlet's Curse, a lot of pen, a lot of burn. That's a nice build for that Aurora now. You've got the Randu in redemption for the side of Rek'Sai, so increasingly hard for Jackie to just run down with the threat. Flash now back up on Jackie Love. Kanavi doesn't have the call of the pack, gets absolutely eviscerated. Mega Inferno Bomb. Jackie down to 20% HP as well as a Shy in danger, but gets outside of the Arcane Storm, and they blow up too.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Gala just dumps out the damage as Wade pins down the jungle support into the same bit of CC. The Ziggs pops off. Gala was so good at this champion in years gone by. Baron now on the table. How much can IG do about this? The Shy is back to full HP because of course he is. He's a Rek'Sai. And can he get onto the backline? Has Flash available?
He does. 10,000 HP, tanking it well enough. Again, IG, not the fastest, but it is healthy. TP's flying.
369 trying to hold the door shut. Mako will be spotted on the flank. Trying to get onto Gala. Good satchel though.
369 gets chunked by the Shy, who does quite a lot of damage. That's a knock-up on Rookie, who goes across the bell, trapped in the back of the pit. They lose the Aurora. Jackie gets flash on Burrowed, though. Needs to not die. Gets the Brawn passive, sliding away with the relentless pursuit, but the Solar Flare catches him. The Shy finally dies. Unending despair is not enough healing. The 369 goes down into the zombie form, but they still lose 2. Makes it the 3 for 2, I want to say, in favor of top esports.
We'll call it that for now. Kanavi does have ult. Could jump onto Gala if he wanted to.
Ow.
He might just look for it. Mako will stop his recall. Redemption coming in. Get damage onto Mako. And top east. But realistically, you're fighting with a member down, which you should never be in that situation. Rookie, had a mistake from him.
Picture in picture, though. Jackie burned both summoners and we're going to live again. And that could prove deadly here because in the end, they still end up only going 2 for 3 and get a much better summoner trade to IG.
The Shy doesn't have flash this time, jumping forwards again. He's alone a little bit, but dodges the knockup.
Remember, Jackie, no flash, no cleanse himself, but that means he's in so much danger. Between world catches nearly the entire team. Jackie has to back away, but they blow up way. Mako surviving, Zenith Blade to the other side as Rookie blows up the Brawl. Jackie Love, Void Assaulted, goes down the solo lanes, win the 2v4. Kanavi in danger in the 1v2. He goes down. Rookie hops across the veil. Redemption keeps Cream up top. 369 running up the bunny rabbit, but the Shy and Gala jumping at Cream. The minefield keeps Cream trapped and dead. That'll be soul point for IG.
A messy fight works out in favor of IG as the Shy once again finds his man. Most of these fights are being determined by, can the Rek'Sai kill the carries? And in this fight, yes, it can. Dragon will go over. Shy's a jungler as well, wouldn't you know it? Takes down the Dragon with a help. One of the best uses of Welcome to the Jungle I have ever heard in my whole life. Now, we have 3 dragons for IG now. Soul point. Baron's on the table. Can IG finish off this game from a lead? Way on the flank.
Jackie's in danger. He's backing towards them! Flash Q! Mega Inferno Bomb, and Jackie Love is dust! A handful of it. TS Elliott rotating about the wasteland as top esports look at the spot where their AD carry used to exist.
Dust blown into the wind. Jackie Love, he left IG. IG come to collect. Baron now the prize. Can top esports find a way to look for a steal or a fight?
The burn set up onto Hung and Cream, doing their best to stay safe and alive. 5v4. 369 satchel back into the team. The Shy with a double knockup. 369 trying to buy space and time, but Rookie can look to go between worlds at some point. So very soon, as he keeps throwing out some twofold hex of weirdings, Cream gets burned out. Gala gets one. Rookie another. The call of the pack. But again, you're being impounded. The Shy with another double on Burrow, and he leaves a nice 6-foot hole to put top esports into.
Rek'Sai wrecks top esports. The Shy feeling bold, and top esports, I don't even think they'll be able to flip over the Baron. IG might just look at the base.
And for once, Kanavi's getting gapped. He's 1 and 6, and on the other side, Way is 6, 3 and 10. A monster Vi game, and IG managed to claw back 1. Reverse sweep possible. Top Esports no longer undefeated.
Invictus Gaming finding their feet on the warpath. This will not be a sweep. Top Esports will have to play another one. It could have been easy. Not here, though. IG will bring us to 2 and 1.
Well. What a weird old game.
Lulu being an actual one with solo lane gold, and then also the Bard giving you that extra amount in there too. You can go for the redemption. Now, there's some interesting choices here. I assume the Bard will... Now, you can magical journey them out to safety if it comes to it. Guys, gotta be really careful here, though. Mako coming down, only level 2. Don't walk up too close to that brush now, my son. They could definitely cause some issues.
Oh, boy, that's scary. The loyalty broken comes down. Barrier now down as well. Remember, Gala, no flash as Jackie says, yeah, I know you don't. Try to get the stun on the wall. Can't find it. Now, Mako in danger. Wade's coming on down, but so is Kanavi. Jackie had the bailout on top of him. And Gala goes to ward and regrets it.
Huge mistake by...
Wade is swift enough with Ixtal's impact to just drive on out of there.
And then you get the extra green flag of the Callista. Early Dragons gets that as well. Nice for them. Early objectives very important for like good double little lands there from Rookie, bullying out well. The needlework used from the Shy actually did heal up a little bit. I can only imagine with some cookies and with the orange shield as well. Afterwards, which is not always
as a rabbit
you want to be. Yeah. Not exactly where you want to be. You need to binky and get out of there. You know what a binky is?
It's just a dummy thing, isn't it?
No.
Binky call it their binky.
No, a binky is a it's a thing which a rabbit does when it flips 180. There's a dragon myth, but this is way more important, by the way.
That's significantly more. It's stolen by Gala. We're talking about weird rabbits doing 180s. How about this one? Trick shot from Gala. Cataclysm comes on down. The bullet time was interrupted, but the rest of Top Esports in a horrible position health bar wise. Bailout's about to run on down. Should get a decent chunk there onto Rookie, who goes down as too much CC comes across. Perfect execution every time these days with the Kali, but won't get a hold of Mako. Fumble the ult in favor of Ambessa.
But I mean, the Dragon Steal is huge for IG. No second early Dragon, even against the Ren. Play and engage with Top Esports gold advantage. Not easy. Make sure everyone makes it out safely.
At some point, Way's got to do something as well. He's locked in the Skarner and not really done anything. Not found objectives, not found a farm lead, not found a gank. We've yet to see an impale. That's kind of rough. And again, Kanavi has, on the whole, been a fairly significantly better jungler.
Now the Herald's going into mid lane, courtesy of Kanavi securing that earlier. Wasn't with a fight. Bard's going to ult the tower, and the Herald will go to waste. So Herald was taken, basically wasted. Dragon started by Top Esports, but because IG stole one earlier, this isn't going to be sole point. They might still poke their heads in, but I don't think they should fight.
Worth noting, by the way, Nar got turret top side, so they've already got first turret and feats of strength.
Well, they are teleporting. I actually want this fight. I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh boy, can't quite steal it. There wasn't enough spears in for a scary Ren, but the Cataclysm still comes down and Way gets wild growth, but will still die. IG, I don't know, guys. It's getting pretty rough as the Shy gets caught by a crunch. The bullet time is solid, but the hostile takeover interrupted, as Hung says, lined up. Eat this one. Good turnaround from Gala, but again, the damage to finish any of these low health bars up, it's gone.
It's a free 2 kills and the Dragon. IG, you should not have fought. Changes to various things meant that her actual individual agency becomes a lot more about team fights later rather than individual dueling nowadays. Afghan has spawned. IG, I don't think you can give an Atakan. I think that's really dangerous to do, especially with the amount of gold value it gives. They're going to go onto it again. IG, they might have to stick around. They just used the ult on the Shy.
Ream's down his as well, worth noting, so it depends which one's going to be more valuable. Way can theoretically drive in, but with the Ren stacking, Tempered Fate buys time. Bullet time going to start chunking. Jackie Love down. He gets bailed out, but I think he's going to die. They take the Atakan at least, but they lose the Callista. What about the rest of the play? Is there a rest of the play? As Way goes driving forwards, can't quite find it. 369 building up towards the Mega now. Cream on a potential flank angle, but they just disengage. Atakan for Jackie. That's not a bad trade, really, for Top Esports.
Yeah, I think taking one death is not the worst you could have. Do they look for a fight afterwards? Yes, they might.
369 being slowed down by Rookie. Way gets taken low, but not down. Gets magical journey towards the enemy turret. 369 man looking for a Mega now as the Shy gets blasted by Cream. The exhaust is too late. Kanavi gets the bailout, still goes down. Gala flashing away. Cream also forced to flashback. And now Top Esports are in danger. Cycling through the 5-point strikes. Cream gets hit by the Heartsteel. Lands the potential Shuriken flip, but needs to keep driving away as the Ixtal's impact comes on forward, driven into a wall. Loses vision, but still gets the kill. And suddenly IG find 4.
Yeah, that's 4 for 1 now total. The Shy died in the play. Rookie wasn't quite in position to save the start of the fight, but they do get themselves a turret afterwards, and IG, real credit to them, they end up finding something on the exit to a play, which I thought was going...
You got some gold where you could. No bad thing at all. Back to live we go, though, as the hostile taker comes in forward. Way is forced to flash, but Jackie Love with the bailout on. It's actually down about half HP. Kanavi in danger as the needles came flying across. The Fate's Call knocks the Shy up, but he can't quite snip people down. Cream goes in. Mako gets another with the assist. Or Mako goes down as Jackie Love gets another. Now back towards Dragon and Soul Point for Top Esports.
This time, Top Esports thread the needle, and the holder of it goes down. The Shy 0 and 3, struggling to get the real damage in the backline. That will be a third Dragon for them. And I do just wonder whether IG should be letting more of these...
People will suffer.
Wait, heading into the Fog of War again. Top Esports, so good at vision control. They are our best vision control team within the LPL. This is what carried them to a finals and damn near the title as well. 369, popping the W out of the Shy. Wait, he might have gone a bit far here, actually.
He might have done. Gonna get a hop away and buys good time. It also means all the while... Dragon's going down. Tempered Fate buys time. Magical Journey now towards the pit. Look at Cream on the flank as well. 3,000 HP on the Dragon. Should just be secured, and IG know it. Flash from Hung. Hostile takeover. It's phenomenal! Meganar into the wall, and Way gets an impale. That means absolutely nothing. A knock-up. An exhaust. Gala has no time at all. Never mind any bullets as Rookie's trapped under the turret. But that little squid is Calamari!
IG are hanged, drawn, and quartered by the support of Top Esports. The hostile takeover leaves nothing left for the Invictus Gaming shareholders. Top Esports crushed through the fight, and IG, you should have just left well alone. Dragon Soul, Baron, turrets galore, Top Esports crushed through the House of Cards.
Oh, the clouds part, and it is just gleaming up there in favor of Top Esports, ascending towards a potential third seed for the LPL. They just need to close this one out, and with an over 10,000...
To losing that flash early as well really put the early game in disarray, and IG have not really been able to play the style they wanted with that platform disintegrating beneath their feet in the early game.
Deathcap and stacks for the side of Cream. You've got 4 items for Jackie Love. You've got what amounts to a 12,000 gold lead for Top Esports as a whole. Nearly 4,000 lead mid lane right now. Rookie has struggled here in this one. Jump on to Kanavi, who drags into a hostile takeover. They are just TikTok reeling at this point. It's not a setup. It's not try again. They're just doing it live. And unfortunately for IG, their heart rate monitors have flatlined. They're not alive anymore. This series is done. Top Esports, welcome to Worlds.
Kanavi carries the flag of Top Esports to the international stage. Invictus Gaming will have to try again.